Alrighty, the girls' room. I've got my little AC thing on because it's very steamy in here after my shower. But today, I would like to talk about the ick. There are multiple approaches to what gives you the ick, which has been the so today's question is, what gives you the ick? My answer is a little unconventional. It's really just, as I'm on this dating in real life journey, I'm realizing dating in real life in 2024 gives me the ick. I don't even know what it means to date, and I feel like I will say that every single time I come back to the girls' room. Because I'm still trying to figure that out. Like, what does it mean? What does it mean? And it's icky, because I don't know how to navigate, and I don't know how to be cool. Like, I took a couple pictures of things because it made me think of someone, and I'm like, wait, no, you can't text them first. You can't text them the next day, but you haven't heard from them. It's just like all of these little things that I don't want to do, don't want to think about, and it's very icky. So this really would be a good time to play chess and figure out how to strategize. But before I can even get into chess, I need to figure out where my mind is, because then I have the chessboard and I'm just moving pieces, and somebody's gonna take my queen, and then I'll lose the game. So let me think about this. Like, I know that I can get really excited over things. I'm gonna let this sit on my hair for a little bit because I'm pretty sweaty, and I'm supposed to let that sit. So I'm gonna drink some tea and think about boys, and hopefully my hair dries off a little bit before work. Got 15 minutes to fantasize and daydream. So I remember someone telling me that you gotta play it cool, right? And I don't know how to do that. Like, I'm not a cool person. I don't think I'm cool at all. I think I'm kind of a dork, but not in the conventional way. Like, I'm not super into math or anything. I'm just like a random dork. Maybe a dweeb. I don't know. Like, I do kind of feel like I'm cool in moments, but when it comes to boys, I don't know. Also, I think I need another tea bag because the tea ball things, I mean, it's just so much loose leaf hanging around, and I guess it's fine. Like, what's the worst thing? Drink some loose leaf tea, but that's not exactly what I wanted. See if we can kind of see that. I don't know, probably not. But I'm hitting a wall right now because, you know, these fantasies and these daydreams are way beyond what reality is. Even though I think it's really nice to daydream about people, I have to ground myself. So this moment is me grounding myself. Like, I don't think I really have a crush on this man, which is really good, which means I, can let this sit for a little bit, and I'm not just over here, smitten by the way this person looks. It's like I actually am kind of vibey. I'm like, okay, kind of cool, kind of cute, kind of demure. But now I'm over here like, okay, well, I'm thinking about you. Now what? Now what do I do? Because we're not dating. We're not even, I don't know what stage this is. I don't know if there is a stage, and oh my God, I hope we're not in any like prerequisite stage. Like, I can't deal with the 75 stages of potentially dating in LA. I'm not doing it. which is why I go back and forth on whether I want to date anyways, and that gives me the ick. Like, dating actually gives me the ick, and I feel like I run away every chance I get, and I hope I don't do this time. Like, I don't know, because I feel like I'm kind of interested. Oh, I'm definitely interested, and it's kind of scaring me a tiny bit, like not in the worst way possible, but just like, now what? Like, I don't want you to have the upper hand. I don't want you to have any leverage. I don't want to like you, especially not more than you like me. And yeah, I can fantasize in my head all day and think, oh, you're in love with me. That's not true. I mean, what's not to love? But we're very fresh in meeting each other and knowing each other and learning about each other. So, I'm excited to learn more, but I'm over here like, hello, it's been a week or 2 weeks or however long. No pressure though. I really don't want things to move really fast at all, because I will run away. I will just that will give me the ick, because I will feel like you're not interested in me for real. And even when I think about it, I'm like, what do I want? What do I want? It's like I want someone to be obsessed with me, but I know that that would not work, because I would not like you. Like, I don't think I would like a person obsessed with me, because it's weird. And I need to have some obsession over you and some giddiness. But I really don't want you to have the upper hand, because then I just want to be normal. Like, I want to be a normal girl. My heart hurts. Okay. So I feel like, because I don't want to go through these stages, I might be wanting to skip steps, and I don't know if there are supposed steps. Like, maybe this is the time to ask my mother, even though she got married at 21. What does she know? But I know there's strategy. And so, but I don't want to come off too distant, like not interested. But maybe I have to. Maybe I have to act like I do not like this man at all. I gotta act like his presence gives me the ick. And that he's just a nobody. But then I don't want to risk him really thinking that and just never talking to me again, because I can play that role a little too well. And I like this person. I want to like him. I want to lean in, and I want to figure him out. So far, I like what I've experienced and seen. But I also don't want to friend zone myself. And all of this thinking and strategizing and dwelling is giving me supreme ick, which means I'm not going to act on anything. So it's like I'm in my head immediately oh, I'm thinking about this person, let me text a picture, because it's making me think of the picture you sent me, but now I have to reel it back in, and before I send, I'm no, let me overanalyze, which is so freaking frustrating. But I need to pivot. I need to learn from past mistakes. I have been the person to randomly, I still feel like it's kind of justified. I was trying to justify it. I'm still kind of trying to justify it. But I've randomly popped up at somebody's house, and I feel like that's kind of crazy. It's not super crazy. Someone did that to me, and actually I was like, what are you doing here? This is weird. And you're crying? Oh my God, that's crazy. I mean, thank you, I'm flattered, but ill. Very much ill. But when I pulled up at someone's house, I was just thinking about the person. We were talking about real things, and I'm like, oh, you know what, I thought about you when I was at the beach, and I'm starting to paint a little bit, and you're kind of, in the neighborhood, so I was just going to drop it off at your front door, and, you never really see me or whatever, just literally gonna drop it off and leave. Kind of just, be super discreet and probably creepy, and just okay, bye. But of course, I pull up, and he is coming out of the door, and he looks spiffy. He's all like done up, he's got his cologne on, his hair's all nice. And I'm like, oh, I was just dropping this off. All cool, calm, collected, whatever. He looks at me, he's like, what are you doing here? Like, I'm just nothing, don't mind me. He's like, oh, that's, I can't remember what he said. I must have blocked it out. I wasn't super embarrassed, but I was just like, this is weird, because I don't know what I wanted from him or if I even liked him. I think it was just, I'm thinking about you and I'm not reading too deep into it. But the reaction he gave me, I was like, oh, maybe I should have thought about this. Like, how is it gonna look? Like, we have kind of been hanging out, but we're not talking, like, we're not dating, we're just kind of getting to know each other in a way. Like, it was kind of weird. Like, I've known this man for 15 years. Like, we went to high school together, and we just kind of reconnected or kind of connected because we never had anything in the past. But we grew up together. Like, we used to hang out in a way, and so I know his family, and I would just come over, and we used to hang out flirtatiously. And I didn't necessarily want anything from it at all. I mean, there were thoughts in my head. I was like, okay, he is kind of fine. Like, yeah, he's fine. But I wasn't going to put too much on it. So I just allowed myself to just be impulsive. And whatever popped into my brain, I was like, yeah, what's the harm? But his reaction told me something. It was like, maybe don't do this again. So now I feel like I'm more in my head because I don't want to have another slip up. But I also don't want to be inactive because I'm overthinking. Like, this man that I want to text today, we're just getting to know each other. Maybe we're just going to be friends. That's totally fine, even though I would literally die. Just kidding, it's fine. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. I'm gonna need to get some tea bags. But yeah, I wanna reciprocate in a way. I love that he's thinking of me. So I'm sure he's gonna love that I'm thinking of him. But it is also like not even 10 in the morning. I'm up because I've worked out, and that's really what I was gonna just sit through. But is it too early? Like, what are the rules of engagement? I've kind of like put some rules of regulation for me when it comes to like seriously dating, and I don't want to like drink on dates, or at the very least the first few, the first one for sure. And I'm not going over to your place unchaperoned, meaning it's just us two. It's not happening. Unless we're just friends and I'm not interested in anything more, then fine. Like, we're just hanging out. It doesn't matter because nothing's going to happen. But I need to put rules in place so that I check myself. Because if I'm just going into situations all willy-nilly, I'm not really going to have boundaries because I'm all like stupid and giddy and emotional. So I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then in hindsight, I'm like, why did I do that? So I need to have rules in place just based off of past experiences. So I'm not going over there. And that's just kind of a common rule for me anyways, even if, I'm just meeting you, I'm not really sure what this is, but you're a man and you find me attractive, and I kind of find you attractive, I'm not going over there, ever. Don't ever invite me over to your house. The first time that happened led to one of my biggest mistakes. My first mistake. And, I just realized once you go over there, you're not leaving. And you set a precedent. Like, oh, you don't have to woo me. You don't have to wine and dine me. You don't have to take me out. And I'm not just some girl you text to come over. That's not happening. Like, I have to act and perform as a wife because that's what I am. So you gotta put in the work now. And it's not like a crazy game, but I'm really just not that girl that you're gonna text at 10 p.m. to come over. No, it's not happening. There are girls like that, totally fine. Go for them. But with me, you're gonna have to do a little extra. But I want to give too because yeah, I am kind of a dork and I am kind of a dweeb, so it's not gonna be like, oh, she's so put together all of the time. I don't even want to do that, which is why I gotta get out of my head. Um, and I always like call her in the morning and make sure she gets tucked into bed. Like that kind of stuff's kind of weird, but it's just the basics. If you're coming over to my place, then that means there are other people here. At least my roommate, because I can't have just a man in my personal space. Because then what? You want to get a little too close. And you just like coming up under me, trying to touch me, trying to give me a massage. Trying to drink. Nope. No. I mean, maybe you could walk me to the door of my unit. No, because then you're gonna ask to use the restroom for water, and I'm not falling for it. You could use the bathroom outside. And do you really have to use the restroom? How far do you live from here? 10 minutes? You can make it. No. So those, man, my nose is so itchy. I think it's just allergy season. Oh. I'm gonna drink my tea. Because I already essentially bought this man tea. I'm drinking it though. So I'm not even gonna reach out and be like, yeah, I got your tea. No. I told you I was gonna possibly get you something. You haven't hit me back. That's fine. That's totally fine. Because I'm drinking it anyways. I'm really testing it. And you said you didn't like loose leaf stuff, so whatever. But I'm over here like, I'm thinking about this person like, you're not my boyfriend. You're not my husband. Why am I thinking about you? I hate it and it's stupid. So now I have to really find an ick about you. So that I'm just like, don't care, don't know, whatever. Which means I'm probably going to end up friend zoning you. I don't know why I did this. I don't know. Like, I refuse to let someone get super close to me or something. I don't know if I should unpack that because I'm not a licensed therapist. And I could be making all this up. But I'm kind of nervous about this because I feel like this could be the makings of something I'm really interested in. And I am really allowing love. And I told my boss yesterday, he's like, how's your weekend going? I'm like, well, I'm letting love come in. He's like, okay, that's good. I'm like, yeah. How's yours? But makes me wonder what I really want, because I think I want certain things and I know I love cuties around, but maybe I don't want an actual relationship. I think I do, like I actually do, but I don't know why it's like repellent, like I have some repellent on and I'm so resistant to it. I'm like, ooh, you're getting a little too close. This is feeling a little like, ugh, I think I might like you. I don't know. I feel like I can't trust myself. Like, I don't know how to act when I like someone. Like, what do you do? What am I supposed to do? Am I just supposed to let you take the lead? Like, am I supposed to not be a smart ass? Because that's what it is. Like, I'm gonna be super sarcastic. Excuse my French. Because I do not like to use profanity in public. Even though I love the F word. It's so kind. But I just am like not a serial dater. Maybe, no, I don't know. And I want you to take me out. I want something real, obviously, and I haven't found it. Maybe I haven't allowed anyone to show their real selves to me. I don't think I'm easy at all. I think that I'm kind of like an onion. I have layers. They're just hard. So maybe like a Ferrero Rocher, where it's like, it's all chocolatey, but you gotta kind of bite into it and then you get the gooey stuff. And that's how I am. Like, I really am putty inside, which is why I don't trust myself, because I will literally fall in love with you. It'll be quick. It'll go fast, probably. But I'm still pining over somebody from like 10 years ago, and I never got closure over. And I feel like if I ran into him today, I would just immediately crumble. I'd be like, oh my God, like, maybe, I don't know. I kind of feel like I can trust myself. Yeah, I don't know. This must be allergies because my nose is itchy. So, I think I'm going to text him though. I'm going to text him today. I'm going to have an update this week. You know, I think it's fun. Every time we do text, it's really light and fun and cute and exciting. And I like seeing his name pop up on my phone. But I also don't want to do too much because I'm really like not an easy girl, like at all. So if I do too much now, does that mean he'll expect that all the time? Because I'm actually not really good at texting. So I don't want to like set this crazy precedent. And should I be texting somebody before 10 a.m.? Does it matter? Does it matter? I mean, this is probably the time to just like throw spaghetti on the walls and just see what happens, see where it lands. Like it's low stakes. Like we're not anything. We're not anything. So let me just be my full submerged self. And if you like it, great. If not, kick rocks. I just met you anyways, you know? Yeah, I have guys that no, because now I'm thinking about my friend that I would text and I'd always hit up, and I had to really think about, wait a second, you're not ever really hitting me up, but I'm hitting you up. And I don't think of it in any type of way. Like, I hit you up to hang out because I want to hang out, but I'm not like, oh, I'm hiding for you. It's just like, you live across the street from me, so, you know, I don't want to be home. What are you up to? It's so much easier with women. You don't have to overthink. You're just like, hey girl, what's going on? You want to, yeah, cool, fine, whatever. But with men, you got to think about it. And apparently I'm texting this man too much. And I'm in my head like, what do you mean texting you too much? Or like, or he didn't say that, but my brother was like, were you like hitting him up a lot? And I'm like, yes, but so. And then in hindsight, I'm looking back at the text and I'm like, oh yeah, because you have not been responding. And I call you, you don't pick up. So now I'm thinking something's amiss because I don't even like you like that. I don't think I do, but now I'm tripping. Now I'm thinking, do you like me? Because why are you not hitting me up? I thought we were just homies. I thought we were friends. So clearly my judgment has been a little off when it comes to communication styles, because I can be that person to just blow you up if I like want to see you, which is weird though, because I don't think I do that with women. So maybe I had to give myself a role where I can initiate. Maybe it's like a 50-50 thing. Like, you initiate once, I'll do the next. Because I have to give myself roles. If I don't, I'm just in the clouds. And when I come back to Earth, I'm over here like, oh, okay. Are we even friends? Like, I was just acting alone this whole time, and now I don't even want to speak to you. I don't want to look at you. I don't want you in my area at all. Well, okay, I gotta go to work. So I'm gonna text him around noon, around lunchtime, because it's like, you know what? I had a break. I'm not thinking about you when I first wake up. But now that I've had time to work, I'm thinking about you, and I'm gonna hit you up and see what happens. I'm gonna run away from my phone as soon as I do it.